Are we recording? Yes. And now I just need to wait for... Shit. Hold on. There we go. Alright, now Instagram's working again. Much better. So basically what happened is I have like a air purifier thing over here, but one thing I realized is that it's one of those that has like the god damn it. Ionized, yes. Ionized? Yeah. Ionized, it's like a rack of metal sheets that you drop in through the top. And the idea is that this thing, the air goes through it and it kind of pulls particles and shit out of the air, right? And one thing I realized, I don't know how this happened, but so I have another one of these that had been in my old house. It was in a box. My parents bought it like years and years ago. I just never ended up using it, so I was like, well, we'll just keep it there. And I finally pulled it out when I was back home, or when I was setting up, kind of my apartment or whatever back home. And I realized that this case is supposed to have a couple filters in the back where the air goes through, so that instead of the particles shit collecting all over the machine, it just goes there, and you can literally pull them off and just hose them down or whatever. Mine doesn't have those for some reason. I don't know what happened. I don't know where they are. I've had this thing for like 10 years almost now, and even though I washed it down, it's full of gunk and stuff like that. Which sucks because it still works. And I guess at some point I should probably like figure out how to or see if I can get like new ones or whatever. I don't even... What's the brand on this thing? Actually. Okay. Brookstone. There we go. Which means they got it off of a magazine. In fact, actually, you know what? Now this is bothering me. I want to see if I can't find this. But in any case, while I'm looking at that, so yeah, today's Christmas, and luckily, living in LA, there's actually things to do during Christmas. I went down to, where did I go? I went down to Culver City because Jameson's down there during the holidays, namely Thanksgiving and Christmas. They have like all-you-can-eat meals, all-you-can-eat dinners, and both this time and last time, because my roommate and I were here for Thanksgiving as well. I went for the brisket. Right, it was a little overdone, but I mean, it was still good. But yeah, it was brisket, mashed potatoes, and then they had some chopped up carrots and Brussels sprouts, and some spicy ranch as well in there too, which was interesting. Whereas for let's see, air. Son of a bitch. And of course the one that I have is old. So I can't even find... I'm going to have to do some research on this later because I can't find the damn filters for it. Anyway. I might just have to get a new one someday. Or wait a minute. Oh, this might be nice. Tiny one. It's only $30. That might be the move. I have to get HEPA filters for it though. That's kind of annoying. Oh, whatever. More on that later. Yeah, so I went and I ate up. Had not too much because I am working on that. Had a couple drinks, and I was gonna do more. Also, this place they from 4 to 7, their happy hour is 2 for 1 on like almost everything. Well, not everything, like drafts, basically. So I had a couple IPAs. Bro. And I was going to save for more, but I didn't want to spend money because, like I said, work's been slowing down a little bit. It's going to be picking up later, as I already explained, but that's, I won't get paid in that job till sometime in the middle of January, so I'll be suffering for a little bit. But anyways, the point I was getting at is that this fucking thing, because it doesn't have the correct filter pieces in there, now I'm getting like a little bit of static here and there, and it's kind of interfering with signals for some of my stuff here. Like I had my microphone go out for a while. I don't know if you guys remember. That's why I had to use the headphone mic for a couple months because I couldn't figure that out. And then today it just froze up my camera, which is annoying. But, and then also there were some other things open in Culver City too, which was kind of cool. Like they were still playing movies. Actually, there were a lot of places that were still playing movies, just not like the midnight showings or whatever. And there was a couple of the restaurants too, or whatever. But I did what I needed to do. I got out. Bing, bang, boom. Here we are. Now, speaking of here, and speaking of beer, I got a new one for you. I decided to, I hit up the old liquor store that used to be by my old house, which there's some more going on there too, actually. I'll tell you in a bit. But I like this place because it's one of the few that has, like, rare stuff, right? And sometimes, I guess you could say expensive stuff too, because they... they have all the domestics. They got a bunch of like the kind of nicer offshoots, and then they have like a lot of like small batch brewery stuff. And I've been noticing more and more that they have a lot more selections of like slushy type beers, and these are, they're not like regular liquid, but they're not quite it's thick as slushies. It's like somewhere in between, right? But these things are thick, and the thing is that they're like $30 for a 4-pack. I'm assuming that they're a higher alcohol content too, but anyways, I went to my spot. I already forgot what it's called. It's like Beer World or something like that. But today I got AleSmith Mango Tepache. It's a wheat ale. This is going to be nice and thick. Let's see. It's a wheat ale with mangoes, pineapples, a hint of cinnamon, and whatever the fuck natural flavors are. It's only 5.5%, so that's not too bad. I'm thinking this is going to be something similar to like a michelada, which, is fine. We'll see. It's similar, but... So this is kind of cool because it's not spicy like a michelada is, right? This is... Ooh, it's still plenty foamy. And it's not... It's not... Well, it's not hazy, obviously. So it's not like super opaque. Or... Wait, is that the word? Yeah, opaque's for something you can't see through, right? Yes. Yeah, I'm right. I am right. Regardless. But no, this is more, fuck, I almost want to say festive, but it doesn't have, there's no, chamoy in there, or, what's it called? It kind of reminded, just the initial sip, it kind of reminded me of like a little, like a fruitier horchata. Mostly because, the cinnamon. Wait, I mean, that's what horchata basically is. It's like a cinnamon with some other stuff. But in this case, it's more, mango pineapple. So it's fruity, but it has the, funny, it has like that mango taste, which is kind of exotic in there. I'm just waiting for the foam to... What the fuck? Oh, that's weird. You guys have to forgive me because aside from being sick, I managed to get like a blockage in my nose. So now there's like a zit right inside here, but I could feel it on the edge. And I can't like rub it because it hurts like a motherfucker. But I have to because it also itches like a motherfucker. So I'm enjoying life right now. But in any case, I'll be enjoying life a little bit better later. What else have I been doing? Bleh. What else have I been doing in life? So since I finished up. Well, I've been working on making the reels for the Assassin's Creed 3 videos. That, you know, those episodes have been up and running now. They've already been coming out a couple times a week. Let's see, the last one I had of Mortal Kombat just released. I think it was yesterday or today. I want to say yesterday. But, and then I still have a couple more seasons actually. No, because this last one was the Dark Dragon season, and then the last one that I made was the Dark Dragon season. Shit, I don't remember. I think I got like a couple more. I want to say, I got one where the video. I don't remember. I got more than I need to put out. But in any case, so then I've also been making reels off of those, as well. Or actually, yeah, because I did the. I don't know where I am with these things, but on the reels end, I've been the ones that I've been putting out were all from the when I did the reptile season, which was back in the summer, and sorry. So now I finally started putting together reels as well for the Shang Tsung season, which was the next one that I did early fall. And yeah, and then the Liu Kang season was late fall, and now we're still in the Scorpion season, which is kind of a redo, because apparently now they're just recycling the seasons now for the not the multiplayer stuff, like the single pseudo RPG stuff. And which means that after the season of Scorpion is done, sometime next month, or well, I guess this month for you guys watching, because it'll be January already. The next one's going to be Natara again. And the thing that kind of sucks that I've noticed is all the stuff that's in like the seasonal shop, it's just the same things that they had before, right? But then there's also in the towers level that's like the shit that you just kind of play through. They have one tower where you pay credits to go into, and then at the end you get another seasonal based skin, and they're all ones that weren't available before, if that makes sense. So I've been getting, and I remember the second season was one that I never had a chance to really play through that much. So I've been getting a lot of those, but also a lot more that I didn't have access to before. So I don't know. We'll see. The point that I'm trying to get to is that it could come to a point where I stop making episodes for Mortal Kombat 1, since apparently something I found out is, so well I'm still in the I'm still waiting. There's still like 2 more character releases for the second combat pack that I bought back in the fall, that was like an addition to the story. And they had announced that they were going to do a third DLC with more characters and stuff like that, but apparently Warner Brothers decided that they weren't going to do it, and they just cut funding and shut all that down, which I'm not surprised, because Warner Brothers does have a penchant for, screwing things up in the name of money, which we talked about before with like all the DC stuff. We talked about this a couple years ago. And although they're finally kind of restarting with James Gunn at the head, so we'll see how that goes. Speaking of DC, they did finally put out the Superman trailer a little while ago, and I don't know, like it does look good, so I have hopes, and they have like a lot of characters and stuff in there. Apparently, it follows Superman's encounter with the Society, which is like another one of those kind of side superhero teams. But so there's a lot of characters basically, and of course it's got Lex Luthor in there because why wouldn't it? And there was another bad guy in there as well, but I don't remember. It was like one of those Metamorpho. I don't actually know anything about him, but hey, whatever. If it works, it works. Yeah, that stuff's not bad. I don't know if I'd have more than one, though. This is definitely like a one every once in a while type of thing. And it does say small batch, so it's not meant to be chugged or anything like that. Oh, I almost sneezed. Let me put this down. Woo. What else did I do? So, yeah, I basically have... So, my last show that I worked was on the 20th. That was a rave. And all the ones I have... Most of the ones I have in January are mostly raves and stuff like that, too. And they're mostly on the weekends. There's a couple other ones. We have the Porn Awards coming up here next month, which I signed up to work the awards show. And, of course, this month being like a major holiday month, they haven't put the schedule out yet. I guess they just haven't gotten to it. But, yeah, so I'm going to be doing that. And I should hopefully be, getting some more monies here soon. Which, like I was saying before, I'll be using up to pay off stuff. And, really start getting my life back up to where it was, if not better than before. Especially since, because the pay for this, it's not as good as my security job, obviously, and it's also doesn't hold a candle to what my visual effects rates were, right? Because that my ask was like 31 an hour at least, whereas this job it's only like 17.25 an hour, which isn't, super great. But it's full-time, and it's sales, so that means that if I get to a point where my commission, outstrips my base pay, then I get that instead. So, hey, there's a chance. Cross my fingers. I just got to be good. And hopefully my throat will clear up by then. So we'll see what happens. I've already been thinking about the things I want to buy, too. I'm thinking about getting a new webcam here because I'm using the Razer Kio Pro. And then there's like a super producer one that they just put out with. It's like twice as big as the thing that I have. But it's also like twice as expensive, too. It's like $240, I think. So we'll see. And I've been considering... I kind of want to get like a label or wow, I was about to say a label switch. That doesn't even make sense. Logitech has a like a fine tune knob control. Why the fuck does this thing itch so bad? This is really annoying. And it's like inside the skin of my nose, so I can't even get to it. Ah. Ow. Fuck. No, so they got this thing. It's like there's a couple buttons, and then it's like a giant knob, like this big, and the idea is that you can program it to different things. So like you could use it for volume, but then you can also set it to like if you're on Photoshop or Illustrator, you can use it to like very subtly change your brush sizes without having to like try and do it with your mouse or something else like that. It doesn't work. But I also don't really need anything like that at the moment. That's just kind of more of a would be nice type of thing. I also need another desk, or a bigger desk would be nice. You know, I need like another table or something for my printer would be nice. A bigger house would be nice. More money would be nice. What I do have that is nice is I got some chips too. I was at the local store, the local liquor store. I got some. They have like a shelf in front of the register cashier. It has like all. Oh fuck! It's like foreign versions of stuff like this. So I got these Lay's, and these are roasted garlic oyster flavor. Whatever that is. So let's see. Definitely smells a little garlicky. Looks like Lay's. And it does taste kind of fishy. All right. Let's have another one. And let's put that away. Let's see. So what else are my Christmas plans? After this, got me a cigar. I'm going to hit up. I went with a cheap one. I think this was only like $4. Because I wanted to... What was it? Yesterday, I think it was. Or what was it yesterday? It was the day before. I had planned on going to the cigar store that was kind of closer to my old house, because they're one of the only ones around here that sells Gurkha brand cigars. Apparently there's a place around here as well, but it doesn't seem to actually exist. Like, it's on the list of retailers on the brand website, but it's not there. There is one cigar shop, or like a cigar lounge. Not a real one, because they don't have any drinks or anything like that. There's one that's like a couple blocks away from my gym, which is 4 blocks away from me. But even on their website, they don't have Gurkha brand. Like, they have Acid, Cow, and a couple of the other like normal ones that you see just everywhere. But not Gurkhas. Although on the other end of that, I did end up saving and I'm not going to post a link or anything like that, but I did end up saving a website that does have like they sell Gurkha brand cigars. Mostly in like 5-packs or 20-packs, boxes, stuff like that. So, that'd be another thing to look forward to once I start getting rich again here. Or for real this time. And I also found a website that does Delta 8. So, that'll be a good thing because, you know, I had originally planned on... I had planned on being back home right now. But, you know, things kind of going all over the place. We had this stupid court case that we were supposed to deal with. More on that. But now I'm starting a new job soon. And the last thing you want to do when you're starting a new job is leave town. That just doesn't work. You know, doesn't matter what you say. You can say whatever you want. Maybe they do have to, you know, honor my right, but probably don't. But it'll just fuck you up later down the line, if not immediately. So, I'm not going anywhere. I probably won't go anywhere until March, which is, and I'm basically going to be doing that to help my mom with her taxes and stuff like that. Get them all sorted up and done. And then I do have some friends that are supposedly getting married on 420. Hopefully that's still the case. I haven't really heard any plans or anything like that. I know they had to deal with a lot of shit. They were supposed to get married last April, but yeah, there's some work things that everything went to shit. Last year sucked, like I said. Things in my life. Having them work out would be nice, but that's not where we're at. Also, the idea of moving is being held off. a little bit. Again, same thing, because we just haven't been able to find the right time, and so it was all these other fucking pieces and stuff like that, and just things that we're just waiting on. You know what I mean? It's things that we don't have any controller. I don't have a controller. I got this controller, but it doesn't do anything with the rest of my life. No control over. So all I can do is just fucking wait. So that's what I'm doing. That's all I can do, and try not to spend too much money. Sucks. And also my my apartment complex, they changed the rules a bit now. So instead of the normal 30-day notice to hey, I'm going to move out, they now, and this is legal, they now require a 60-day notice, which is fine. But the thing is, with most places, they don't, most apartments and stuff like that, especially in a big city like this, they don't want or need to work with you. They just say hey, is your shit in order, and are you ready to move in? Yes, great. No, fuck off. And it is kind of annoying. So my roommate's still thinking oh, well, we could just apply for something now, and then if we're approved but we don't take it, it'll look better later. That's a waste of time. So basically what we have to do is we have to commit to a day first. Say we will leave on this day, which is annoying. And then try and find something, and hopefully there's something good. But, it just makes everything harder. And the thing is, like I was saying, most complexes, they're not trying to find anybody. Like I said, they're not trying to work with you. You go on most websites for an apartment, which, by the way, everything you have to apply online. You can't even go to a person or whatever usually, especially with the nicer places. But they're yeah, the best rates are if you move in tomorrow, figure it out. Or some places, there was one we were looking for, they literally use a automated algorithm. They uses the same type of ticker system that stocks use. So it's just an automatic look at the market, whatever the fuck that is, and prices adjust, whatever that is. So we were looking at one place that was a few months ago that was kind of down where we wanted to be, and the first time I looked at it, it was 2,800. Later on, it jumped up to 3,100, which is. That's out of our range now. And then, last month, and this was only available at the beginning of January, apparently, right? So last month, when I looked, it was all the way down to 2,400, which is oh, that's awesome, right? But again, we couldn't really kind of figure it out or whatever. It's not on me. I'm kind of ready to go for the most part. But, again, waiting on other people. But what was I going to say? But yeah, I looked again more recently, and it's back up to 3,200. And there's no rhyme or reason to it. And the leasing agents that we had talked to, they're oh, we don't actually have any control over this. We don't know. We have no control over this. So that means that it's just an automatic website that somebody else made, and they just saw oh, we don't have to do any work. Great. Cool. It's totally awesome. Totally works. Not really, but sure, why not? So anyways, like I said, the last show was on the 20th, so I've had all Christmas week to myself with nothing really to do, and I've been spending that. I started on the Gutsy Ass Gamer. We're playing God of War now, the 2018 version, which is it was the one that came out right before PS5, right? And it's the one where you're playing as Kratos again, except instead of being in the Greek mythology, because Olympus is destroyed now, Fuck. And all the gods are dead. Now you're in Midgard. So you've somehow traveled to or escaped to another realm. And you got a kid. And that's kind of where the story is. So instead of being like this bloodthirsty rage revenge thing, it's sort of that. But it's more about like it's more a story about like pretend like father son type of story, coming to understanding stuff, and protecting your family, and then it eventually turns into also like protecting your friends and stuff like that, and it's like that, so it's cool, which is also nice because they're not there aren't like the stupid death scenes or whatever. Like I remember, I played through most of 3. I didn't quite beat Zeus, unfortunately, but yeah, like because you fight all the gods there, or most of them anyway. Like Poseidon, I think there's a whole thing where like you stab out his eyes and cut off his arms and shit like that, and like just unnecessary, right? And also like whenever you fight Hermes and beat him, like you cut off his legs. Like they don't have that in this game. Not so much. I think like the most is so like I already went through the part where like you fight Magni and Modi, which are Thor's sons or whatever, and like the first one, you basically just you put your axe through his skull like all the way, but it's not like flopping around guts and everything or like that. It's not like that. It's just like, oh, he's very dead, and you pull it out and all that. And then later on when you run into Modi again, your son stabs him through the neck and pushes him off the cliff. Like, short, simple, like that. I think maybe like the probably like the most graphic are like when you like the ogres, whenever you fight them, like whenever you finally take them down, drag them to the ground, and then you just hit him with the axe across the mouth and basically just kind of completely split their jaw open. That's it. Completely done. Or like the Draugrs, which are basically like they're zombies, right? It's kind of like the Norse version of the undead. And if you stun them and use a finisher on them, like sometimes you just grab them and rip them in half real quick. But of course, there's no blood and stuff like that because, they're literally made of just like dead flesh and fire, spirit stuff. But in any case, it's fun. And the nice thing is, since I did already play this one back when I first got the PS5, this was like back in 2022 now. So actually a couple years now to date. And I do have Ragnarok. I'd started it a while back, just a little bit ago. But I'm going to start over again with that. But the nice thing is, since I already played it, this game, the God of Wars, they have New Game Plus functions. So I started with all the shit that I, ended the game with. And so now I have access to like, the better equipment and stuff like that I can do. And yeah, I'm just having a good time. Just some boys having a good times. Exploring the Nordic realms and all their lethalities. And having oyster chips. But so I'm like, I want to say I'm like 2/3 of the way through now, not including like all the side quest stuff, which I'm actually going to do this time. I'm actually, one thing I'm doing this time is I'm actually getting through like the Valkyries and stuff like that, which are a bitch. They're basically like insanely, they're very hard bosses that you have to fight. They've been like their bodies have been corrupted and shit. And yeah, you basically gotta fight them, kill them, free their spirit so they can go back to the council and kind of start redoing things. I won't give away too much of the story because, that's what the that's what the series is going to be about. It's going to be the story of that game. And I do know, just from seeing like some of the cutscenes of Ragnarok, which is the game after the last one that they put out, the Valkyries are in it again, and they're under control of Odin. So there's something there, right? I don't know what, but there is. Which also means I got to figure out what the next game is going to be. I don't know yet, but we'll see. More importantly, I've been doing that live with all y'all. And that's just what it is. Let's see. I don't really have any viewers, which I'm not surprised. I got like one person on Twitch here. Hi. Yeah, I'm assuming everybody's with their families and stuff. And of course, I don't schedule these things or anything like that. But whatever. So I think it's time. I'm going to go ahead and finish off. We're going to go to Reddit now. Well, bam. This is the casual conversation page or subreddit. Yeah. As we've been doing the last couple months. So let's go through a couple of these, see what we got. First one up here is, just set up a Christmas treasure hunt my wife and son are wholly unprepared for. I'm sitting enjoying the calm before the storm of Christmas, and I can't keep quiet. Had to share this. I woke up at 2:45 this morning, just hid 200 tiny plastic chicks for my son to find, and 200 tiny plastic frogs for my wife to find. They're everywhere, and many of them are hid very well. It'll be years before some of them are found. They have no idea about any of this. I figure I'll set up 2 cups for them to deposit their findings in and see who wins. The first 75 or so will be easy. They're in plain view. The rest, well, they're going to be a bit harder. And just had to share with someone since it's 5:30 a.m. here and I can't text any of my friends. LOL. Edit. They're awake. None of them have even looked at the presents under the tree. They're both laughing and searching for frogs and chicks. Edit. It's 9 a.m. The current score is 120 chicks for my son and 170 frogs for my wife. Yeah, boys. The search continues. We did quit searching long enough to open Christmas presents at least. Edit. It's 2:15. My wife has found 138. And my nose itches. I think I'm getting like a hair that's tickling the zit inside, I think. Ah. Damn. What do people say? I don't do scavenger hunts. It's not my thing. Haha, that's amazing. I once hid 20 plastic dinosaurs around their house for my husband to find. We moved out 4 years later, completely emptying the place, and we'd still only found 19 of them. This sounds like lore for a movie. The dino that was left behind. Another comment. You reminded me of my father. He would hide jelly beans using power tools. What the fuck? He actually removed the plug from a decorative birch log, hid the jelly bean, and replaced the plug. He buried them in the potted plants. He removed the switch plate cover and placed them inside. We were finding petrified jelly beans for years. Now he has dementia. He doesn't remember those days. He still likes a good joke. That's awesome. I didn't go that far with it. I'm tempted to order another bag of each and just keep hiding them quietly as the year goes. Not enough to make them know I'm still hiding them. Just enough to make my wife start questioning her sanity and wondering why the heck she's still finding frogs. Damn, I'm going to do that. Good times. Messing with your family. What could go wrong? Yeah, let's go to the next one here. I'm going to go through these kind of quick because I feel my sinuses are filling up again. It's not fun. This one's, I got engaged tonight. Hey, everyone. I hope you're all having a good night, holiday. This was later today, actually. I don't have many people to share this with, but I'm very excited and wanted to tell somebody. He did it with our closest family together for Christmas, which was lovely, and it was quite a surprise. My sister-in-law to be got it on film. It's funny to think that I have a video of defining moments of both of our lives. I hope this is okay to put. Yeah, okay. Edit. Thank you everyone so much. In all the excitement, I was a little deflated to realize I couldn't really think of anybody but 2 relatives to share the news with. All the well wishes are truly appreciated, and I want to respond to everyone directly. I didn't think anybody would really see this, so I'll add an edit for now. Before I go to bed, I'll share this. One of the most romantic, meaningful evenings of my life culminated in our shower handle breaking and him rigging some pliers to stand in just so I could shower for work tomorrow. He then had to change the oil in his truck, and I went on to make our lunches. We've been living together for 4 years now, so that life is just life. But it's so exciting to think that we got to this milestone added to our collection. The fact that it ended as another day, another utterly mundane and domestic night just makes me laugh, and that in itself makes it plenty special for me. First comment, that is so sweet. I don't like anniversaries on holidays, but I think a proposal on Christmas is brilliant. Congrats. This is kind of sad. I think the one thing that really jumped out to me was the not having anybody to share it with, because I kind of have that problem in my own life. Usually when like something, a lot of times things that are important to me aren't important to most other people. So like there's a lack of relation there. Let's see. All these comments are literally just congrats. So I'm just gonna go ahead and skip to the next one. Here we go. I'll skip this one because it's kind of dumb. Here we go. This one's a question. Does ending a text with a period really make you sound too formal? I'm someone who always uses correct grammar and punctuation, but a friend recently told me that ending text messages with a period makes me sound too formal and uptight. Most people I interact with leave out the period and don't try to derive any meaning from this. It's just how I text, man. What's this person have to say? You should write out text messages like Captain Holt. Dear name. Body using corrected punch and grammar. Sincerely, your complete name here. Good idea. If it's a long text, I'll use punctuation just so people can make sense of it. That's what I do. Like, 'cause, I feel like punctuation, there's that, but it can also help to like convey stuff. So like I put periods whenever I text out sentences, just to be like, hey, this is the end of my thought. Here you go. Or as opposed to like, because like I've also dealt with people who don't use punctuation, like get sentences like if they ask a question without a question mark, what the fuck, or without an exclamation. So it's like, are they trying to be excited or just normal? What's going on? See, I'm sure if you visit some parts of Reddit, some posts can get really confusing because it's a big wall of text with little punctuation, poor grammar, and or lack of proper paragraphs. So I tend to assume the same is true for text. If it's a one sentence text though, I'm cool with no period at the end of it. That's pretty self-explanatory. And of course, I ended with this one. Using proper grammar and punctuation is never inappropriate. Boom. That's all that is. Never once inappropriate. Always do it. That's what I say. Be proper. Be proper in your grammar. Be proper in your actions. Be proper in your feelings. And have a proper, good Christmas. And I'll see you guys next month. So, goodbye, happy holidays, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever the fuck. I'm sure there's some other things that I'm missing. So,